school teacher for 13 years. And, siren. Some heroes going by. And it was probably the most growing time of my life. And last Saturday was my 6-year anniversary. 6 years. And, hi, Tanya. And it was the night when one of my former students graduated and became a doctor. So I kind of felt old. And a friend of mine asked me what it was like to be a teacher. And I thought, being a teacher is like walking in a room full of radios that are tuned to various stations. Collectively, they sound like static and noise. And I'm tempted to walk over and turn those dials forcibly, but these radios are as fragile as glass. And I'm tempted to amplify my noise, but the resonance of my voice may shatter these crystals. Being a teacher is being a composer whose success only comes when each radio holds fast to their true stations. But the room sounds like a symphony due to a faint stream of harmony that is grafting them into life's melody. Motivated by intrinsically motivating energy that is consuming knowledge, like fire consumes brush on a dry summer's day. Being a teacher is being a warrior who stands his ground, mightily fighting for the lost and guiding them to the found. With a single stare, he can pierce past masks and the clashing symbols of life to attest to the true condition of a child's heart. You see that teacher moment? Being a being a teacher is like being a visionary who can see the full potential, yet come back to the present moment and say things like, do your best. At times, failure precedes success, so there's no need to be afraid because you are uniquely and wonderfully made. So don't cast your pearls before swine for approval. Guard your heart because it's the wellspring of life, and give yourself time to discover the treasures that are placed on the inside and be yourself, child. Learn to never give up. That's enough. Being a teacher means being slapped by the innocently complex questions that cut right to the heart of the matter. It grounds me to the simplest sacredity of life. It's made me realize insignificant moments are so much more significant than I ever thought. I get the pleasure of shaping the future through smiles, detention slips, and high fives. I learned so much about myself with the, can you explain it again? I don't get it. One more time, please. It's like I'm caring for the lump of coal because I see the forming diamond that's shining through your eyes. Although I must confess, I'm not too fond of grades, not because of the time consumption, but because it undermines the learning process. It sets up for a life where self-worth is only placed on outward performance. And they buy into the lie of perfection. They buy into the lie that they're only successful if they have a 6-figure salary scale, and they end up trading their passions for cash, unknowingly drowned chasing counterfeit dreams, looking for the next oasis. Maybe it started with impressing the usual suspects. When they were worried about the next test, parents and teachers with fixed mindset that only thought about success in 5 letters. A, B, C, D, and what? F. So, learning never had a chance to take root. Tests aren't learning opportunities, but flaming hoops to jump through. So, what you're learning is not that applicable anyway. Just don't get burned, kid, and bring home that A+. See, my hope is that they fall in love with who they are at first, live life with an unquenchable thirst, with humble hearts and helping hands, that they know that in their inmost hearts that God is their biggest fan. So what's it like being a teacher? It's being an investor, a composer, a warrior, a visionary that dares to sail uncharted waters, walk the narrower paths and the road less traveled, while beckoning hearts to be intrigued by mistakes, to love challenges, to never stop learning. If fortunate, when everybody else is baffled, the teacher will just crack a smile and get to say, I told you he, I told you she is a great kid. Thank you. All right, we got something else? No, that's it. All right, well, time for the game.